Hi everybody, my name is Jeremy Nielsen and I'm from the Omaha Public Schools District. Today, I'm going to walk you through dual enrollment college credit. Even while we're remote learning, we still have the opportunity to earn college credits in our high school classes. I have a PowerPoint presentation to help us through this so you can be better informed about what you need to do to get this started. Let's go ahead and get started. First, what is dual enrollment? Dual enrollment allows students to earn high school credit and college credit at the same time. It happens with your high school teacher in that virtual high school room that you're in. We have two major partners that we work with for college credit: Metropolitan Community College and University of Nebraska in Omaha. We do have another partner with AP in Midland University, but those are our three primary partners. Most likely today, you have an opportunity to earn college credit in this class with one of those institutions. It's important to know that many students do college credit, and they earn college credit. In 2018-2019, over 3,500 OPS students participated in getting college credit through dual enrollment. And of those 3,500 students, they were awarded over 13,000 college credits. That's a pretty significant feat and a huge win for our students. It really gives them a leg up when they leave from graduation. So here's what I want you to know about college credit. Where are we headed after graduation? We really have two options as students. One, you can go to college, and two, you can get a job. Those are really the only options students have after high school. And we take very seriously preparing you for either college or career readiness. If you go to college, it goes without saying, your college credits you earn in high school help move you and progress you forward at a faster pace once you get there. I'm going to talk a lot about how those college credits transfer in a bit. But basically, if you get college credits in high school, you can apply those to your degree work once you go to college. I also want to address the students, which is some of you, who plan to go directly into the workforce and get a job, and how college credits can even benefit you there. Here's the reality. The local, the regional, and the global workforce demand requires you to be duly prepared. We have to make sure that you have the talent and the skills to perform in today's global workforce. Even though you might not plan to go to college, employers value education. And if they know you've already participated in some college experience, which would be dual enrollment and college credit, you are a more valuable candidate for the job, and they are more likely to award you or offer you a position. So either way, whether you're choosing college or a career, even in the military, if you plan to go to the military starts you at a higher grade than if you have college credit. They start you with a higher grade than if you entered after high school with no college credit. So no matter what happens, college credit benefits you, and I want to talk about those benefits. Here's a little bit of a quiz question for you. What does dual enrollment have in common with NASA and swimming pools? Well, the answer is NASA has a launching pad. If there's a spaceship, they go from a launching pad. At a swimming pool, there are springboards. Dual enrollment is the launching pad or springboard for your future success. That's important for you to understand. It really gives you a leg up. Here's some other benefits that I want you to be aware of. First, it increases the likelihood you will enroll and complete college. Second, it's a gateway to gainful employment. In an area where our jobs might be in question, we feel isolated, there's a little more anxiety. With education can come job security. So this is a way to safeguard a position in an occupation that you really want, especially during this time. I also really want to point out the white text. Students who register experience more positive outcomes than peers who do not. Higher GPAs, earn percentage of credits, and more likely to stay on track to graduate. This is pretty important. If you take college credit dual enrollment in high school, research indicates you are going to be more successful over the course of your lifetime than another peer student that did not participate in college credit dual enrollment while in high school. So if you are serious about being successful, it starts with dual enrollment college credit. And you have that great opportunity in this class today. So here's some other benefits. The college credit that you earn is transferable. If your college credit is with Metropolitan Community College, if it's with University of Nebraska Omaha or Midland, all of those institutions have transfer or articulation agreements that allow those college credits to transfer. In the career and technical education courses, a lot of times those college credits transfer as general elective credits towards your degree. But it's on you, the student, to ensure that you can share your college transcript with the college that you actually attend. That's really important. But generally speaking, the college credits will transfer as long as you get a good grade, an A, a B, or a C. It's just sometimes they qualify only as general elective credits, but we all need those to complete a degree as well. Next, you save a lot of money financially. There's a huge financial incentive for participating in dual enrollment. I will go over the cost savings here in a little bit. Last, location. Right now you're in the perfect corner office. It's probably your bedroom, but this is where you can get college credit. Your high school teacher has been approved and they can deliver college credit, even in this remote learning setting that we are in. So you don't have to go anywhere ever to get college credit. Whether you're at home or in your classroom face-to-face, you can get college credit with your high school teacher in your high school classroom. 3 really big benefits. I also want to take a brief moment of time in helping you understand how college really works, and maybe this illustration will help. So here's what it is. I like to call this the 3-bucket theory. There are 3 buckets. These buckets have names, and these buckets exist at every single college you can imagine. Every single one of them. There's a gen ed bucket, think math, science, English, and history. And then there's a major bucket. That's what you're going to do for your occupation. And then there's an elective bucket, and I just referenced that. So here's how it works. Let's watch the simulation. I take this class, it's a CTE class, I can get college credit. Well, when I go to college, that credit fills the elective bucket. If I take an AP class, like an AP English Language Arts class, that class goes into my general ed because that counts as English Comp 1, a true transferable general education English course. You'd be done with your first English course if you took that course for college credit dual enrollment. That's how this works. This is what's happening at every single school across the country. This is the game that we're all playing. Okay? It's not just happening in Omaha Public Schools at Benson, Bryan, Burke, Central, North, Northwest, and South, but it's also happening outside of our district. It's happening at Millard South, Millard North, Millard West, Papillion, Papillion South, Gretna, Ralston, West Side, Creighton Prep. You kind of get the drift. Everybody's doing this. It's not just in our state, it's in other states. It's across the country. Why? It gives you a great head start to college, or it increases your value when you go to look for employment after high school. So your teacher will be providing you with a registration form. On the front of that registration form, you are going to have to fill out personal information. During remote learning, you're going to have to fill that electronically. And we're going to have to identify some ways that you can guarantee that signature and date. Your parent is going to have to do that as well, sign and date that. Your teacher will help with solutions on that end. That's the front side of that registration form. On the back side is what you kind of see in this illustration here. That's where you will have the information for your courses. it will likely have other courses on that table, so you really have to watch carefully and identify the course that you are in and desire college credit for. Very simply, there's going to be a little section in that table, and that section in this example says JK blank, JL blank, and then below it there's a long-term care CNA class with a JF blank. To select your course, you have to put an X or a check mark in that blank. That's what allows the college to see which course they need to put you in. University of Nebraska Omaha's registration form is all digital and electronic, so that will be easier for you. Moving forward, let's talk cost. How much does this cost? Well, if you have a dual enrollment class from Metropolitan Community College, it's $50. Yep, $50. If you're in one of those AP classes with University of Nebraska Omaha or Midland University, it's $250. This does cost money, but it saves so much more. And I'm going to show you that here in just a second. But I also want to talk about how this can be free. For certain students that are eligible for free or reduced price lunch, dual enrollment is free. Our district has made a commitment to provide that opportunity for those students so that they can still access college credit. Here's how that works. There is a Nebraska State scholarship called the ACE Scholarship. It stands for Access College Early. Every free and reduced lunch student gets 2 courses paid for on that guaranteed scholarship this year. So all you're going to have to do is go out online, which an online link will be provided to you, and complete that ACE application. There's a few steps, but nonetheless, if you're free and reduced lunch, you get 2 free classes paid for dual enrollment. If you were to take a 3rd or a 4th, that's when the district helps fund that extra tuition need. So, let me say this again. If you have to pay full price for your lunch, then you have to pay the $50. You have to pay the $250. But if you are eligible for free and reduced lunch, and that's been verified by the district, then you get 2 classes paid for by the ACE scholarship, and then any additional classes we find funding for. So a great opportunity. There's no excuse not to get college credit if you are eligible for free and reduced lunch. Moving on. Here's how much you save. There's some startling statistics about how much college really costs. Well, here's a few more of them. The average price per book per class is $82. That means some books that when you go to college, they're going to cost you upwards to $200. If you're lucky enough, you can get into a class where you can actually rent an online text for $34. But on average, every single class you are required to buy your own textbook. And that's going to cost you $82 a book. That comes from your pocket. You don't have to buy books when you're in high school. We provide that as a public school district. Next, at a 4-year college like UNO, you would pay anywhere from $700 to $800 just for the course, just for the tuition. Here, I just said it's either $50 or $250. So that's a lot of savings. We're either talking $700 or $600 in savings by working in high school on college credit rather than waiting. It's a no-brainer and makes a lot of financial sense. Last, if you plan on going to a trade school or a community college, they are a little bit cheaper, and they're about $350 per class. But again, you can get that same college credit now for either $50 or free if you're eligible for free and reduced lunch. It saves you time, it saves you money. It's a great incentive to participate in college credit and to ensure that you're going to have a successful future. Last but not least, grading. It's important to understand that you have to have good grades. That's part of the expectation of being a good student. You have to have an A, a B, or a C for that college credit to be fully transferable to the institution that you want. If you have a C or below and a D and it's teetering, You need to work very hard to make sure you get a C so that college credit can transfer. Very important. If you need help, that's what your teacher's for. Your teacher has likely been through dual enrollment and knows who to talk to or to try to help you find solutions for the questions that you might have. Your first stop is your teacher for questions. You will need to complete the registration form that your teacher sends you or shares with you on the chat or through your Microsoft Teams or face-to-face, however it's done. You need to return that in a timely manner to your teacher so they can get that into the MCC system if your course is with MCC. As I stated earlier, the UNO is all electronic and digital, so that takes care of itself. Payment, you don't attach any payment anymore. If you have the opportunity for the ACE scholarship, you will work with your teacher and a counselor to navigate through that process. If you do have to pay, what will happen is you have options to pay by credit card, over the phone, digitally by credit card. You can simply call up and ask that institution how to pay your bill. Mind you, you have to wait until your students until you're enrolled before they have record of an outstanding balance. So there might be a little lag time. I want to end with this. Make sure, students, that you talk to your parents. Make sure that you complete that registration form and have your parents do it with you. And if it applies to you, do that ACE application. There is a link for parents to learn more about this. This was a short video. There's lots of other information that goes along with dual enrollment. This was just an overview. Your teachers will be providing you a link to our webpage where there's a parent orientation packet with all the FAQs with the 101 of dual enrollment. Please share that via text message to your parents so that they can read that. That way you don't have to remember everything and you force them to do a little bit of homework too. Last, I just want to remind you that everybody's playing this game. Over 90% of colleges are playing the dual enrollment college credit game. Nearly every single high school institution is playing the dual enrollment game. It's a very big game. It gives you a leg up on your future, and that's what we want for you, to make sure that you are career and college ready after high school. Thanks, and have a great year.